Why men disappear after sex? I posted this question in my YouTube community tab and my beloved community responded. So thank you everyone who participated and who left a comment. So let's jump right into it. Anna said, men need respect. Men value respect. If you don't respect yourself, he's not going to give it to you either. So this is interesting to me because I think in a lot of traditional societies, people will look at quick sex or uncommitted sex as a lack of respect towards that woman, or the fact that woman does not respect herself. She's easy, she's readily available for anyone. But I do think this type of approach is not working with the Western world. Why? People not really concerned with lack of respect. I think respect is being replaced by pleasure, individual pleasure and desire. And that's obvious to me because you have a number of individuals who engage in personal arrangements with each other where they practice sex, sometimes on a very short notice, sometimes on the first date, sometimes they become friends with benefits. And they might not be respecting each other, but they are surely having a great time banging each other's brains out. And they're okay with that arrangement. Your respect being replaced by the desire. Desire became a priority, a driver of this particular relationship. But I do think that in traditional societies, respect is going to play a way larger role because of how things run and how community operates. But that's just not the case in the United States, again, collectively speaking. Yvonne responded, I think the guys don't respect easy girls and they will disappear after one night thing is a little antiquated and was a nice story grandmothers would tell their granddaughters to keep them in line. And I think there's truth to that as well, because there had to be a way for parents to protect their daughters and granddaughters from unwanted relationship, from unexpected pregnancies, from potentially getting with the wrong guy who could ruin their life. Rightfully so, you can get in a bad situation with a stranger and with a man that cannot be trusted. So that's understood. But I think times are changing as people becoming more independent. Now it seems to me that women becoming a lot more open, a lot more sexually free. They practice their own beliefs, and if they want to date multiple guys or engage in intimacy, they are not usually judged for that. Or maybe they judge a lot less than they have been in the past. You can tell me if you agree or disagree in the comment section below. Quick shout out to Liz for your super thanks. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Know that every dollar donated will be put back into this channel. YouTube created a new feature that's called super thanks, which is a little heart with a dollar sign in the middle of it underneath the video. You can utilize that feature to donate a particular amount of money to my channel to show appreciation and support. Next comment comes from V. She said there are a few reasons why men disappear after sex. He only wanted sex and you were available. He doesn't see the relationship going anywhere. You are sexually incompatible. He only wanted sex and you were available for sure. That could be a situation. It's there. It's available. Take advantage of it type of thing. And you are his side piece. Yeah, side piece, side chicks get left all the time. If you play that kind of role, if you're a side woman, just be ready because it's coming. There is a reason why it's called side woman. You don't get commitment. You don't get the opportunity to really have a lot of say. You are there for one reason and one reason only. And if you don't like that position, then I would say don't put yourself in that position. Easier said than done. I know some of these things happen for various reasons. The attraction is a weird thing. The arrangements could be really weird. That could be very interesting dynamic in the relationships to where women would be willing to stick around for the right guy, hoping that he would change. But really, ladies, if he is not willing to treat you a certain way from the beginning, what makes you think that he's going to do it later? Do you think that vagina would make him change his mind? If he's the kind of guy who had vagina and who's not simping for you, he's not going to just all of a sudden become a different type of person because you gave him some good vagina. I don't believe in that at all. And I think it's a wishful thinking that can damage you in the end. Next comment comes from Olga. She said, do you think some of them might just not like the sex so much that they disappear? Or they are not into that woman? And she goes on to say, Who knows? There could be so many reasons or so many different people. And then DM responded, I agree. I think when they disappear after sex, they have come, seen, and conquered, and were not interested particularly in that woman. I would like to make it very clear what sex is for men. Sex for men is simply an act, nothing more, nothing less. In order for men to be emotionally attached to a woman, it takes longer time and it takes right circumstances, right situation. Whereas I feel like for a woman, it's a little bit different. Women attach a different type of meaning to sex. It's important to understand for women that sex itself could be meaningless for men. It's kind of contradictory in a way because it's all we want and it's all we think about, but it's more of a mean to an end. It's the opportunity to get pleasure, to derive self-worth, in some instances to feed your ego, but it's not necessarily a gateway to a relationship. It could be that, but today we're talking particularly about men who disappear after sex. And so we need to make a very clear distinction between men who are making love or having sex with their designated partner and men who are just trying to obtain sex from a random woman or woman that they just got to know. Next comment comes from Jasmine. Because courtship is non-existent, why have a real date when you can just Netflix and chill with the woman with low standards? What's really ironic about this comment is that Netflix and chill is becoming a new standard of dating in 21st century. I don't suggest that it happens all the time and that's the only thing that we do, but you certainly hear about it a lot more and people joking about it as if that's an expectation now. So beware, because it's possible that it could replace the other way of dating pretty soon. But another interesting thing that I want to ask that is very important, why it's actually happening. We know that women are gatekeepers of sex, and we know that men, for the most part, are gatekeepers of relationships. What that means exactly is that women are the ones who get to decide when sex happens. Because let me tell you, if it was up to men, it would happen in the first 5 minutes of the first date. Because we are ready. We don't need courtship. We don't need additional time. If we like you, we want to bang you. But that being said, at what point women start allowing Netflix and chill to become a new norm to date? And it's a legitimate question, ladies, because if you didn't allow it, that would not happen. If you're going to respond to that question by saying that, what about guys? You don't hold them responsible. Guys always wanted to have sex. Throughout history, that's all we wanted. We wanted to get to your pants as soon as possible. Women, on the other hand, did not always give it up the goods so quickly. So at what point Netflix and chill became acceptable? At what point women start allowing that and settling for this type of intimacy? Under what circumstances? I'm not too naive to think that it didn't happen before. As a society, it's probably fair to say that we haven't witnessed a shift like that previously. And now we're seeing it mainstream. When and why did it happen? Did it happen because of technology? Did it happen because people became way too comfortable with intimacy? Did it happen because sexual revolution finally have gotten to a place where anything goes? I don't necessarily know the answer, but I do know if all the women all of a sudden start demanding different type of approach, we would not be having this conversation right now. It's not about passing the blame to women. It's really an interesting question to ponder upon because we're living through a cultural shift that affects intimacy to a greater degree. And I would like to know your thoughts, why you think it's happening. Thank you for watching this video. I really enjoyed answering your questions and responding to your comments. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. Make sure to smash the bell in order to receive notifications for all the videos and all the future live talks. Speaking of which, this Sunday I'm doing a live talk on the topic, what kind of woman do men want? With this talk, my goal is to showcase different reasons why men select women that they select. Check out the information in the video description below for the time and date of the video.